Hello data warriors, welcome to the Sigma Computing Master Series. In this series we are learning Sigma from ground up, that is from tables to dashboards, automations to advanced layouts. Everything you need to become Sigma expert in just 6 months. So grab your coffee, open Sigma and let's master analytics together, one skill at a time. So let's start our chapter 7, which is on defining relationships and navigating within data models. So data warriors, till now we have finished chapter 6, which is on building and control data models. So whatever the tables you see here, daily stocks, model training, industries training. So we have already created these tables in chapter 6 and I've explained clearly on how do you build and how can you control data models. And one of the important concept is, so whatever the filters and whatever the sources, right? So you create at source level, and whatever the measures you create at source level, filters and measures, so that you can refer later within your workbooks. So create them at source level and later refer within at workbook level. So that is on chapter 6. Now chapter 7, so we will understand how can you navigate within data models and how can you create relationships in data models. So navigation happens at two levels, guys. So one is at view level and one is at edit level. You can see edit, right? So before we go into edit, so let's understand at view level. So you can see the daily stocks model training and industries training. Whenever I click on this daily stocks model training, and another drop down kind of thing opens here, so where you can see view details, explore connection, metallation status, relationships, metrics, and you can see my documents, where it got saved and how minutes back it got updated, and what are the total elements you have in this particular data model, which we have two elements, right? And list of options, you can see view details. Click on view details to see the details about your table. So where it will help you to understand what are the columns you have in this table. I have ticker and these are my top values, right? So once I click on dates, right, you can see the dates, whatever the date values you have. And let's say if I'm clicking on volume, which is a type, which is a number format, right? And you can see the custom SQL slash volume. So while volume is my column name and custom SQL is my table name. And now these are the top values and total sum is this one, and there are no nulls and row count distinct values, so you can get high level picture about your table from the columns page, right? So split ratio, adjacent, open, and you can see visibility, whether it is visible or view or hidden, so you can see that a particular option as well, and what is the data format and what is the description of that particular column, you can see. So in your real time, so please understand the importance of description. Once you read the description, you will understand about the column details, right? So that is very important for you to understand about the description. And the next is metrics. So what are the metrics that this particular data source has, right? So those metrics will come and sit into this place. And what are the controls? So if the particular data source or your table has any control element, let's say text element, drop down, or any other elements or controls a particular table has, those details will get displayed here. And what is a lineage, and from where, what is the source and from where it is coming, all these details you can see in the lineage view. So next is industries training. So once I click on industries training, you can see again 7.5k rows and 6 columns, right? Overall in edit level, you will get the good understanding of your tables, right? So let's say if you get any data model, if your team or boss has given you a data model, just do not directly go and edit that one. So try to understand the data model, try to understand what are the tables that particular data model has, so that it will help you to understand the relationships between those tables as well. Now click on edit. Let's see how you can explore after clicking on edit. Now, so once you click on edit, you can see the raw table here. So you can see the list of columns here, and you can perform in a lot of calculations. You can create metrics. You can establish relationships, which we are going to discuss in a while. We can establish column security, materialization, and then you can click on DB to see what is the exact database, whether it is a production or URT, right? So what that kind of database details you can see, and what are the properties this particular table has, and format where you can change the element style and title, table components, table style, conditional formatting. So all these options we have in this particular table, right, which you got exactly that, like it's a winning way, we can tell it as, because this particular sigma computing offers a lot of options for us. Even in a data model, it will help us to create a neat data model in a production environment as well. So this is about the understanding and navigating about the data models, where I hope you got the decent understanding on how can you just get the basics of your data model. Now important one is second part of this video is defining relationships, guys. So before I start the concept of relationships, I want you to understand the difference between the relationships and the joins. So as everyone know that joins actually creates a new table. Let's say if I am joining these two tables on a particular column, let's say common column is ticker, you can see the ticker and ticker, right? If I'm joining my daily stocks model training with this ticker industries training table, which is a common column on ticker, it will obviously increase my table size, right? So joining basically increases your table size. So let's say if I want to join maybe 4 tables, so if you join those 4 tables, obviously your table size will get increased. So in order to optimize your table, so one important concept which came into picture is relationships, where you can see the plus and relationships, right? So this will help us to see the relationship between the tables without actually joining those tables. So let's say if I want to use this particular table, daily stocks model training, and I want this company name to get displayed in this particular table, I can do that with the help of relationships. There is no need for us to join. So relationships help us in avoiding any ad hoc joins. In, if those joins is taking a lot of performance, then you can use relationships at that point of time in order to increase your speed and reduce your delays. So that is a main important, I feel that important concept in sigma computing, because understand these fundamentals first will help you to create dashboards, which is optimized dashboards. Because in my real time I've seen that clients or business wants you to create speed like optimized dashboards, which will open in less than a second, right? So they want that lightning speed dashboards. So for that we have to understand where you need to use join and where to use relationships. So for my requirement I want to pull the entire table and just pull this company name. So for my requirement there is no need to use the concept of join. I can use the relationships. Now let's see how can you build the relationship at the first place. So click on this table daily stocks model training and click on plus symbol here on relationships. So now you can give relationship name. I can give something like daily, maybe daily stocks industries, maybe V1, right? So I just wanted to give a unique name right now. And description, these relationships help us to get stocks and their industries, and also give the basic details of stocks. And here you can see primary source daily stocks model training and target source, which is industries training. So you can give, and it automatically finds out the joining keys ticker and ticker, which are common between those two tables. And now you can see daily stocks model key matching. So give about the information, but guys, trust me, this is how you can relate those two tables. And if you want to just relate 4 or 5 tables, you can do that. And here you can see the keys with matches, without matches, you can see all the information. And in real time you need to have a clarity on what are the columns where you are going to have a relationship between those two tables. Now I'm saving this particular relationship, and now you can see the chain symbol, right? And daily stocks industries V1. So this will tell that relationship was already created between these two tables. Now before I use this, I want to publish, because if publish only, all your changes will get reflected, right? Now let me create a new workbook there, and let me use this daily stocks model training name, the table exact table name in my new workbook, so that I want to get the particular table which we already created just now. And click on data table and search for a source which is daily stocks monitoring. So guys, I've explained about each and every concept like what I'm doing right now in my previous chapters. So feel free to go and check them out. How can you create a data by using CSV file, by using custom SQL, by using a model. So I've explained all these concepts already. So daily stocks model training, click on this. So you can see daily stocks model training and entire your table got displayed here. But my requirement is to create display this entire table with company name as well. Now I want to use the relationship, right? So how can you use that? Here you see add columns. So click on plus symbol and show source columns. So your all your columns will get situated in source columns only. Now you can see daily stocks industries V1. This is a relationship which we already created. Click on expand now, where you can see the company name. Click on company name. Let's say I want to display country as well now. So I've displayed these columns by using the relationship which we already created. So you have seen, right? So let's say you have four tables and you want to display four different columns from four different tables. You can do that after using the concept of relationships. Now I can see entire table with the new related columns in my table. So this is how guys, like, you can use a concept of relationships. So in short, we have discussed today the two important concepts. The first is how can you navigate within a data model, and how the relationships exist in your data models. Navigation happens at view level. So where you can see view details, explore. Once you click on view details, you can see columns, metrics, controls, lineage. And once you click on edit, you can change the modeling properties format, where you can add relationships, metrics, column, security, metallization. And also we discussed on relationships, how can you create loss. So let me edit my relationship. This is my relationship name and description, and this is my primary source daily stocks model training, and target source is industries training. So I have two tables in my model, and I've created a relationship between these two tables. So this is how you can create a relationship, and later I've referred by using the concept of plus add column, show source columns, and finally expand here to add these columns. So this is how today's videos guys, and thank you so much for watching, and feel free to subscribe to Rax Technologies for further videos on